Hi, dear duty bearers. My name is Akinropo Akinola. I welcome you once again. This is Parenting with a Purpose with Akinropo Akinola. Today, I want us to discuss one of those intrafamily challenges that we face unknown to us as parents, as caregivers. I've entitled this one's Dealing with Parental Favoritism. In my day-to-day parenting expedition with parents from all walks of life, a few days ago, I came across this man in his mid-50s. He's a top-notch executive in one of the conglomerates here in Nigeria. We got talking and I saw this man loves a child more than the other children on account of this one being obedient while others are disobedient. I mean, this man had never taken anything, no precaution at all, no way. He hasn't sought any knowledge to deal with other ones that he think they are disobedient. The only thing is just to show the open love to the disdainful of those ones that are disobedient. Now, the challenge I'm facing now is how do we want these other children to grow qualitatively, to be able to stand at the gate of the enemy, to be able to possess the sphere of influence for God. In the course of the discussion, I tried to make this man understand the ways to go, but this man is stuck to the ground, is stuck to that decision that is not going to change anything, that he has tried enough and he thinks those ones will not change. Now, a lot of us parents are in this parental error and we don't want to change. We only leave ourselves with one decision, and that decision is actually detrimental to the well-being of the child. These children that is not showing love to will only grow up with insecurity. They will grow up with low self-esteem, no self-esteem, and they grow up with unforgiveness, which is actually not good for them at all. Imagine these are the people that we think they're going to take up the leadership in this country. These are the people that we think one day they will become senators, they will become president, and these are the people that one day they will become chairman of conglomerates here in Nigeria. Imagine what manner of quality will these people bring to bear when they get to that place. Your guess is as good as mine. Well, I believe that at times, as mankind, as human beings, we allow emotions, we allow personal feelings, we allow personal egos, personal desires to actually becloud our sense of judgment. But nevertheless, we must not allow these things. These things can't just go unchecked. We must not allow them to affect the way we parent our children. On the premise of this, please flow with me as I'm going to itemize 3 points for us, to deal with this parental favoritism. Number one thing that I want us to know is to purge ourselves of all these all these past childhood experiences that we grew up with when we were children. Past evil childhood experiences. One of them is showing open love. This man told me his father actually loved him more than the other children on account of him being brilliant, while others are not brilliant. That is exactly what the man told me. And the same thing the man is doing to his own children. The onus now lies on the other child now to now keep growing up in that manner. And he too will now pass that baton to the other generations coming. And at the same time, in the next 30, 40 years, the children will now be growing up with hatred. They won't love themselves because someone has actually done it before and it's affecting. So please, I want us to actually deal with that evil experiences. Anyone that we grow up with that we know is not actually good in the interest of the society, because evil experience will only teach us 2 things. What are those 2 things? Will teach us how to hate and will teach us not to trust at all. We need to deal with these childhood experiences that are not actually in tune with the way we parent qualitatively in today's parenting. The number 2 that I want us to do is to detach ourselves of any emotional, of any feelings and personal desires in the way we deal with our children. Any decision made on personal feelings and personal ego will always be detrimental to the well-being of the child. So I want us to deal with our children heart to heart. When we deal with them heart to heart, that one is devoid of any personal feelings and egos. It doesn't really matter if a child is disobedient today. That doesn't mean that tomorrow that child won't be obedient. If a child is not brilliant today, it doesn't mean that child will not amount to anything. The brilliance we are talking about shouldn't actually be academic alone. A child that is not actually brilliant in academic can actually be brilliant in any other area. This is what parents need to watch out for. We need to do that. Then the third one I want us to discuss about is to teach our children on how to be burden bearers to themselves, on how to love themselves. I'm talking about synergy here. No child is born inactive. No child is born disobedient. No child is born dullard. Every child has come with ingenuities known unto them and known unto the parents as well. We only need to look inward and see where we can actually apply hidden curriculum that is inside of them. By the time we do this, we must have erased any parental favoritism in our lives and the way we raise our children. These children will grow up to become greater.